I'm late. I need to get to university before everybody starts piling in for lunch, and then you have to wait half an hour to get served. So I thought this is the perfect time to actually do a video on YouTube for teachers. Why? Well, this is the worst possible time. I'm running late, my hair looks horrible, and I've only got my phone. So you're probably not hearing a lot either. Hello everyone, I'm Eric from Edicute, and sorry for all the bouncing, but today I'm going to tell you about why all teachers should start using YouTube in the classroom, or at the very least set up an Instagram or Facebook account. A little bit of a history about me. I've been teaching for 13 years. 10 of those years I've been teaching in South Korea, and even though I enjoy teaching, besides the other professors I work with, I don't really feel like I've got a community. And that's what these social media avenues actually allow us to do. They help teachers connect with their students. So actually, one of the biggest barriers to using video in the classroom is that, we're afraid of how we will get seen in public. And it's funny, right before I shot this, I was walking past some students, and one of the girls looked up and said, in Korean they said, "Namdaemun yoloseyo," which if it translates, well, it means that your south gate is open, your fly is open. So yeah, very embarrassing. I thought I'd share that with you. Hopefully nobody else finds out. But yeah, that's the beauty of being on video, is that you can share these types of things. You can share something funny that happened to you. You can share some information, just like I did. Now you know some Korean. And also, if you were in a classroom and environment, you can share these experiences with the parents. So everyone, today I'm going to tell you first the reasons why you should be on YouTube if you're a teacher. I'm going to talk about what barriers exist, and then finally I'm going to say how you can use YouTube or social media. Almost hit that guy over there. How you can use social media in your classroom to improve your teaching. Okay, sorry for the sound. I'm recording this on my phone just to show you that you don't need fancy equipment, you don't need the right timing, you don't need the best hairstyle. You just need your phone and you need a message, and with that you can create a community. Okay, so the first reason you should use YouTube is because to create those memories. I mean, how many years have you been teaching, and do you remember all those great lessons you've done before? This is a great way to actually save those memories, and also by saving those memories, you can show it to your kids, your grandkids, and also your students. Imagine 20 years from now, you talk to some of your students and they're like, "Oh, teacher, I remember that video you took. I was maybe 10 years old, and I shared it with my parents, my family, and to this day they can share it with their kids too." Yeah, so it's a great way to record the lessons you've done. It also serves as a professional example of what you've done before. Let's say you have to transfer to a new school and you've got this database of lessons that you've done. They can see you interacting with the students, which brings me to my second point. How many teachers actually are on social media? How many teachers actually videotape some of their lessons or some of the projects that they do? Very few. So maybe 1%. So if you are part of that 1% that actually documents their classes, and you're not afraid to show who you are and what you do in the classroom, your relationship with the kids, the material and how you teach it, you're one of the 1%, the good 1%, not the bad economical 1%, but one of the good 1%. So record yourself, or if you don't want to record yourself, videotape your students, the assignments they've done. Show them that you're proud of them. And when you record these things and you put it out into the world, you're standing head and shoulders above anybody else with the same qualifications as you. So yeah, that's the next one. Professional development. you're going to be one of the top 10% of people in your field. Okay, getting close to the university now. Okay, number 3. Why do we use social media? It's to connect us. One of the biggest issues with education is that we are so slow to adapt to new technology and new trends. How does your school connect with the parents or the students? They've probably got a website, a Facebook, they send a newsletter home. So if you want to be on top of that trend, you should be one of the first ones to start using video. You can actually use that video. And I bet you that your school would like to use it as examples on their website, on their Facebook. It's just up to you to make that mindset shift of, oh, I'm too shy, or I don't want to do it, to, hey, this is a fantastic opportunity to share my knowledge, share my experience with my students, share their work with the world. Yeah, just connecting with parents. I mean, how many kids are on YouTube right now? Almost all of them. How many parents? Almost all of them. This is a great way for you to actually connect with those parents and those kids. I mean, why do parents go to recitals and why do they go to sports games? To see their students in action, and they film it. Now, thanks to you, you can show them what is actually important, what your student is doing at school. Yeah, so connecting with your parents, connecting with your students. I mean, if you were a student and you had a teacher that took a photo of your work, or, you know, let's say you did a group activity in class and the teacher showed that to the parents, and at night the parents can go home and say, wow, we just saw that video of you talking to your friend, you did such a good job. Think about the impact you're going to make on these students and their parents, how you're going to improve their relationships just by putting yourself a little bit out there. By the way, just look at this. It's fall right now. It's beautiful down there. I'll take some photos tomorrow. Okay, I'm about 5-10 minutes late, so it's going to be busy in the cafeteria. Think of the skills that you're going to learn. When I first started, I was horrible at speaking on camera. I'm still not great, I know, but at least I'm not as shy as I was before. I used to run away from the camera. Second, yeah, you can learn skills with editing, and also how to start implementing social media into your classroom. You're also going to learn how to put yourself out there a little bit more. Yeah, guys, there are so many positives that way outweigh any negatives that could come from sharing your experience as a teacher on the YouTube platform or Instagram or Facebook. So I want to encourage you to start thinking about, you know what, if I did this, what an impact it could have on my life and on my teaching. Okay, lunchtime. Okay, welcome to Eric's Mukbang. Yeah, just eating some lunch. It's pork. Everything in Korea feels very red. And you can see my kimchi down here, some soup, and some pork. Okay, so let's talk about those barriers that we feel. Why don't we do something? Well, in the case with... Hey there. In the case with YouTube, a lot of teachers don't feel like they want to do it because perhaps they feel like everything has to be perfect. And we all know the greatest enemy of good is perfect. We want everything to be perfect. But I believe just do it and put it out. Over time, it'll get better. You just have to believe in the process. Second problem many people have is that they say, Eric, I don't have time. Listen, how much time does it take to just pull out your phone and if your kids are showing you something just to make a quick recording? Now, I think it's important to make sure that the parents know or that the kids know that you're filming them. At the start, it might feel very personal and it might be very difficult, but over time, you're going to get used to it and your students are also going to get used to it. Okay, number 3, you're not used to technology. These days, things are getting so easy. It's so easy just to film editing has been broken down. It's so simple. These days, most phones are more powerful than video cameras we had 5 years ago. So use your phone, take a quick video, and even like now my audio isn't great, you can still put it out and share it with the world. One of the other issues, I'm just going to take a bite here. Eric's mukbang. Okay, one of the other issues that teachers have is that they say nobody else is doing it. Yeah, nobody else is doing it is because we create these barriers. We're afraid to share our classroom with someone else. But this is the most effective and easiest way to actually put yourself out there. Don't do parents' evenings don't do open classes. Just film a couple of your classes or a couple of minutes and share them. And I know a lot of teachers are going to say, Eric, I'm too busy, I don't have enough time, I've already got so much on my plate. Once you get used to this is just going to be a couple of minutes out of your life. Boom, there. Take a picture of one of the kids making something. Take a minute of someone doing a presentation, put it out. This is something you can actually do daily, but I wouldn't suggest that. I would say, okay, start with one video or one picture every week. And then once you get used to it, just use it every day. I think your parents will really appreciate it because you're sharing a part of their kid's life that they're never going to see. And they want to be involved. You're going to get so much involvement from the parents. Okay, yeah, guys, and the other one, don't be shy. I mean, you know, your teachers, you're used to talking to people. This is just another way of putting yourself out there. Okay, I have to get back to my food. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, lunch is done. So let's see. You want to be one of the leaders of your classroom to implement video teaching or just sharing what you're doing with your students. Look at that beautiful. Look at the trees. Looks amazing, right? And so you know the positives far outweigh the negatives. The barriers to learning, technology, confidence, and then also being a thought leader within your community. Now, how can you use this? How can you use YouTube in your classroom? Hold it like this so you can see some trees. Well, you can have a weekly live event where you just talk to parents. You can just show projects or activities that the students are doing in class that you think, wow, that's nice. Perhaps their parents would like to see it. You can do interviews with some of the students. You can use Instagram. You can use Facebook. You can use YouTube. You can post these short pics. They don't have to be long. One of the biggest barriers for me was, I was afraid of how much data I was using. I mean, I'm from South Africa, and I felt like, wow, Eric, there's a limited amount of data. You can't post the whole time. So that's a barrier I had to overcome. And guys, so what I want to tell you in this video for all teachers out there is that video is a fantastic tool, and every teacher should start using it in their classrooms. So just put out that first video, talk to the parents. You can perhaps send a letter out to them, and then share your work and share your students' lives with their parents and with them. Okay, everyone, I'm Eric from Educute. If you have any questions, I'll talk to you later.